Definitely, because the chef, man, he's our leader. He's a guy that's hard on everybody, that have high expectations for everybody. So we take a pride into, when we go out there, we want to be on it, because defense wins championships, man. That's what he emphasizes.
Speaking of high expectations, safety duo is one of the best in the league. You're one of the best nickels. DJ's been doing it at a high level a long time. Do you expect Tyrion to have a big season? Just what are the expectations for that secondary intern?
I mean, we know the we have our goals, that we want to achieve, man, and we know it's gonna be about us, man. We have to go out there and be the best secondary in the league. Like, there's no other way, and if we could do that, we give get the ball, get turnovers, we give the offense opportunity to put up points, which I know they're gonna do.
Amik, how did your recovery go?
It's going great, man. I should be clear soon, like very, very soon, man. Can't wait to be out there, having fun again, man, doing what I love to do.
Just how crushing was that, Amik? I mean, first play of that game for you and such a big spot, and how long did it take to recover, I guess mentally as much as physically from that?
Mentally, man, it was devastating, man, because when you set a goal, the fire I had in me to show the world that not only, because the game before that, I was going to show the world that I can do it again. I had my goal set for myself, but, it happened. I didn't question God. Everything happened for a reason, man. I'm in good spirit. I was able to take that time off to be able to be with my kids, instead of being active, playing basketball or whatever. I was able to be with my kids, man. So I always look at a positive, take something positive out of it. So, but mentally, I'm great, man. I'm in great spirits, being able to get a lot of mental reps, when I'm out there. Guys like Vontae, when he's a jack of all trades, like myself. He played nickel safety. He's able to go out there and play at a high level. So as not mentally, I think I'm in a great headspace.
I know.
The impressions of DJ Reed so far, him coming in and
feisty, man. Feisty, kind of, I don't want to make it, kind of remind me of myself, man. He out there, he bite, he probably talk less. He more of an action guy, which, I understand. But we got us a good one in DJ Reed.
Has that goal of being the best secondary in the league been talked about amongst you guys? Has that been a goal that you guys have set, or is that just kind of unspoken?
Of course, we know we want to be, man. But we go, this world is an action world. We want to go out there and prove it not only to ourselves but to these fans. The outside noise we don't worry about, because at the end of the day, it's gonna shift. Once we're doing good, it's gonna shift. So as of now, man, we continue to trust one another, continue to build, and become one of the best defenses in the league. But it have to start now, and when we come back from camp.
I know Carlton isn't here anymore, but the way both of your seasons ended, were you guys able to talk about recovery and kind of find a little companionship in that at the time?
Big money called to. Me and him had our talk. We didn't really talk injury wise. We didn't talk anything about injury. He did reach out to me, told me, he was praying for me, whatever. But I think Carlton gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right. But now I reached out to him after his deal. We still talk. Saw him on a vacation a couple weeks ago. Like I said before, man, he big money Carlton now. But we got a great relationship though.
What do you see of Ennis and how he's been able to kind of step in and get in this?
I see the game is slowing down for him, man. It's slowing down for him, and I know when he come back, he's gonna get even better. So I expect Ennis to take a huge jump this year, and I truly mean that.
How important is it for guys like TA and Ennis to take the next step for this secondary to just be top notch?
It only helps the team get better, man. Not only for themselves, but other guys. Myself, DJ Reed, Branch, Kirby. It helps guys like that elevate their play too, as well. When you got the younger guys playing at a high level, we have no choice as the vets to play at a high level. So Tyrion, we know he do his work behind the scenes. I expect, like I said before, I expect those two to take huge jumps.
I know that you always like to kind of feed off of the energy of the outside world. When there are people that disrespect the Lions because you've lost coordinators, because the schedule is more difficult, how do you respond and react and accept that?
You want to know other way, man. You any animal when it's back against the wall, you see how they react. I want to know other way. I know those guys. They hear it, but like I said before, we're gonna let our actions speak, man. But just know we're gonna continue playing Lions football at a high level. Last year didn't go as planned, which we understand. But it's a new year, man. Some new faces, new swagger. new fire. You know, so you know, I expect us to have a great season. But as far as like the noise, nah, we don't. We not really mind about it.
Hey, Amik, on that note, what do you think of the schedule? It seems like you're playing almost every top 10 quarterback on the road. I know you relish that, but just what do you make of the gauntlet that kind of awaits you guys?
Like I said before, you want to know the way, man. Everything earned, it ain't given. You know, so you know we see the schedule, but at the end of the day, you know we got some hitters, but we hitters too. You know, so we'll you know may the best man win.
I got a question. Who's the best pool player in the locker room?
Me?
Come on, man.
I just beat you 5 games in a row.
That was last series.
Best of 30 apparently.
Come on, man. It's me, man.
I mean, the way last season ended with all the injuries, people could say, hey, the defense is so much better. Those were all the injuries. Are you sure, coming back this year healthy, that will have been the difference? That you guys have enough, and it was the injuries last year?
I don't want to say it's the injuries, man, because we had some guys that we picked up that can play the game of football, you know, as well. I don't want to knock their talent as well, you know. But injuries is not always, you know, it's not always good for a team. We're back healthy. That's all I can say now. You know, well, 90% healthy. You know, when camp come, everyone will be back healthy. So you know, we'll see how it looked then.
Last year you had a DC who played your position, but now you have one who was playing in the league just a few years ago. How refreshing is it to have a guy who's kind of been there, done that, especially recently in the NFL with Shep?
Players coach, man. He able to relate to his players. You know, far as you know the game, you know, and he's going to do whatever he can to help not only the older guys but the younger guys as well. Shep passion, you can tell he's passionate about the game. He loved the game of football and he enjoyed being around us. And me personally, I feel like him seeing us succeed, it makes him feel good, you know. So you know, we just blessed to have a leader, you know, in Shep.
Does it feel like you almost have a teammate as a coach in a way?
Yeah, sometimes I didn't even want to say that because I didn't want him to feel like, oh, me think I'm young. You know? Nah, it's definitely like that because he's loud. He kind of remind me of, I'm not gonna say a name, but a former teammate that I had. You know, he's never walking in low. He's always loud. He's always, you know, have energy like he took 84 Red Bulls before he woke up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I like it though. I like it because you know it keeps everyone on edge.
How much do you think the experience you have in the secondary will allow you guys to do a little bit more from a pressure standpoint, maybe take a little bit more risks, you know, as far as being able to generate pressure and leave some of the secondary guys on the island because they are so good?
You know, we know what kind of defense we want to be. We know what kind of defense we are. I don't want to say too much about the scheme or whatever, but when you got guys that can play man, you know, it helps the D-line. And when you got guys that can rush, you know, it helps the secondary, you know. So it's always a blessing to be able to have a lot of guys that, you know, football, not only just man guys, but football players that can, you know, just help the defense in different ways.